Earlier, we played Harry Reid, a millionaire. Millionaire job creators are like unicorns. They just don't exist. Play cut 225 for me.
Every shred of evidence contradicts this red herring. For example, there have been many outlets, but I'll concentrate on one. National Public Radio went looking for one of these fictitious millionaire job creators. The reporter reached out to the business groups, the anti-tax lobby, and Republicans in Congress, hoping to interview one of these millionaires. Days ticked by with no luck. Millionaire job creators are like unicorns. They're impossible to find.
Okay, now if I find out,
don't exist.
If I find out that, and I'm a senator, that NPR cannot find a single millionaire that has created jobs, I then look at them square in the eye and say,
no funding.
No funding for you.
Yeah, no funding.
No funding for you. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
If you're that incompetent, you can't find a single millionaire who employs people.
Okay, this is not spin.
Jeez.
This is not political posturing. This is a lie. A lie. And it's a verifiable lie. Excuse me. Do you work for somebody who is dirt poor? Do you work for somebody who is making $50,000 a year? If so, you have probably made some sort of a deal that, you know, you're going to work together and build something, and hopefully you'll strike it rich. But most likely you're working for somebody who makes $150,000 a year, and I don't mean take home. You know, you can be a millionaire, but you don't take that home. Make $1 million because you're a small business person. I love these stories that say, you know, Glenn Beck makes, 30-some million dollars a year. Do I really? Really?
Well, yes, you make that, but there's some expenses to the business.
Yeah, like 126 employees.
Yeah.
I mean,
like living in New York City and
just the building, just everything else. That's the way businesses work. Yeah. That's the way businesses work. You pay it. You're working for a small business person. They may take home, $1 million a year or $250,000 a year. But I can guarantee you, because my wife and I have had this conversation. Okay, how do we keep everybody employed? How do we navigate this? You're the last to get paid. You're the last to get paid. That's the way it works. But Harry, I'd like to know, have NPR do this. Go show all the job creators that are making less than $100,000 a year. Go show those. If you can find 100 of those in the nation, 100 of those. Now, I'm not saying one job, Stu. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying one job. I'm saying actual job creators.
You mean
who's creating jobs in this nation? People who make less than $100,000 a year, $50,000 a year?
No.
I mean, they might be able to say one or two jobs maybe because they're small businesses and they're just getting started.
Sure.
Okay? But those are the jobs that are going to grow. That's not the people who are creating 200 jobs, 100 jobs, 50 jobs. The people who are making $90,000 a year are not doing that. They don't have the money to pay the people. Mm-hmm. If NPR can find the vast number, if they can't find a huge, overwhelming number of people who are making between $50,000 and $100,000 a year creating jobs, then help me out. Help me out, Harry. Who's creating jobs? I challenge you, Harry Reid. You go find those people. I'll make a list. I can sit at my desk and make a list of people just that I know who have created jobs. Lots of jobs. Hundreds and hundreds of jobs. You do that, Harry. You make your list. Let's see who's making more jobs. Now, why are we punishing the people who are creating most of the work? Why are we doing that? Because it's to your advantage. You're lying. You're lying. Harry Reid, you are lying. Now, how does a good Christian man do that? I don't know. But there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're lying. Stu has just done a little investigation on how Harry Reid said NPR went about and tried to find somebody that could create jobs. He says it's a unicorn. Millionaires that create jobs. It's a unicorn. Doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. Here's how Here's the truth behind it.
Yeah, here's their way to find these millionaires. What they did is email a couple of Republicans and ask them to provide them for them, which is really what you do with journalists. You just email politicians and ask them to provide the subjects you're looking for. But the part that Harry Reid forgot to mention was they talked to the Tax Relief Coalition, and they said that the problem was finding someone willing to talk about their personal taxes on national radio. Yeah. Not that they didn't exist, but they didn't have anyone who wanted to talk about
to a politician. You're going to talk to a congressman, a senator about your personal tax and your job in this atmosphere? No, I don't think so.